Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for another sketchbook page. I am planning to make another landscape today, and I wanted to challenge myself and use a reference photo from one of my own travels. So this is the photo that I picked. There we go. It is a photo of my friend who I was traveling with, and we were in India at the time. And this is a place that I have really good memories about. I think it's absolutely beautiful around there. So much to see and so much vibrant colors and beauty all around. So I'm going to use this photo as a reference. I don't know if you'll recognize it once it's finished, but it's what I'm going to use as a reference photo for this painting. So it's a photo that I took, and I realized that I want to paint more from my own travel photos. I paint a lot from photos from the internet, reference photos that I find online, and nothing is as satisfying as painting from your own memories and your own special moments that you took photos of. So I decided to do that today. You can watch the making of this previous sketchbook page in another video, which I will link below. And I really love painting this turtle, so make sure you check it out. And let me know what you think. I'm always curious to hear your thoughts. I'm going to challenge myself even more and paint this picture with some really vibrant colors. Change up the color scheme a little bit. I recently really enjoyed painting with very vibrant colors, and I'm going to carry that vibe on. So I'm using some really vibrant orange, some really vibrant green, red, some teal here to balance it out, some yellow, and I will use some black and white as well. So these are the main colors that I'm going to use, and you can see it's actually quite an vibrant selection. I wonder if I'm missing out anything, if I need to balance it out with some brown. Maybe I should add some brown or grey to the mix. I'll put these aside for a moment. These are the colors I'm focusing on right now. I can always change it up a little bit once I go, right? So let's prepare my palette, tape off my paper, and then we'll get started. Let's start with a quick sketch today, and I decided to use my blue pencil. I love sketching in color, and I feel that it blends in with the picture so much better than graphite, so I tend to sketch in a color. The photo that I'm using is there to inspiration, and I'm very happy for the picture to not be an exact copy. I'm just following my instincts. I do want the silhouette of my friends in here. Also just want to keep it a silhouette. You can see I'm spending a bit more time on the sketch of this person than I am on the surroundings. I want this to feel like someone who's walking on that bridge, and it needs to feel at least like an actual person. Okay, I'm ready to start painting. Add my colors to my messy palette. So I already have enough green on there for now, I think. Well, I'm just going to get started with some color blocking. I'm using gouache today. planning to go over this with some color pencil later on. I have been using these really bright colors for my digital artwork for a little while now, and I've enjoyed it so much that I bought these paints specifically to replicate these bright colors in gouache as well. And gouache is a really great medium for bright colors because there's a lot of coverage and you can make your colors really opaque and also paint with light colors over darker colors, which is something that I absolutely love doing. Now I'm in the middle of this painting, I really start to think I should make a whole series of landscapes in these vibrant colors. Maybe I should select a whole group of travel pictures that I want to paint and have lots of fun with it. I think this could work great for buildings and more cityscapes as well. But I always have so many plans and you cannot always bring everything to reality. So let's see. Let's start with this one and then take it from there. Who knows? There might be a whole series of these at some point in the future. I just love adding paint to paper, and although I work digital as well, my first love is always traditional painting. I just find it so much more soothing and calming and a really mindful activity, and I just absolutely love it. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you prefer, digital art or traditional art? When I picked my colors originally, I did not add this pink, and I suddenly remembered I had a tube of vibrant pink that I could add to this picture. I think bright pink and bright orange go so well together. They're such fun colors. They're a bit of a color clash, but they're colors that I absolutely love, and I decided to make the most of it and take out the red but add this really vibrant pink instead. And I'm glad that I did, because I think the result is fantastic. Are there colors that you really love using together? I love vibrant colors, and for a while I was making art that was very muted because I felt that that was something I wanted to do. But when I really look at myself and when I'm really honest, I am not a muted person. I love vibrant colors. I dress in really vibrant colors. I love bold prints, and I feel that my art is allowed to reflect this. You don't always have to play it cool. Sometimes you just have to do what you love and what suits you best, and hopefully you can see that I'm playing to my strengths. I am slowly color blocking this picture out, and you can see I have sped up the video a little bit, just because otherwise it would take way too long and I think everyone would get really bored with watching every single brush stroke. But I'm just slowly color blocking everything out, and I did not make a plan of where each color was going to go. I'm just making it up as I go and doing what feels right in the moment. I think sometimes it's really great to plan ahead and to even make a color scheme before you set up your painting, especially if it's for client work. When you're making something for fun in your sketchbook, I think just seeing where things take you can be a really great way to paint as well. It will make you feel a bit looser, and you can change things in the spur of the moment. I'm already sort of visualizing where I'm going to go with this. So although I'm making it all up, I have a bit of an image in mind of what the final look of the picture is going to be. Not all the details, but just the feel that I want to go for. So once I reach that moment, I know when to stop and that I've reached the point that I was looking for. I am teaching art with Makings and Musings for quite a few years now, and I meet so many people who believe that they are not creative. And my answer is always the same. I believe everyone is creative. When we're kids, we are creative. I've never met a child that doesn't paint or draw or dances or is creative in any other way. And children don't think about being creative, but once we reach our teenage years, suddenly we start to question everything and we tell ourselves that we are not creative. But we are. We all have that creative energy inside us. And I love showing that to people. I love guiding people to find their own creative energy. And I really truly believe that everyone has it inside them. The problem is that people often confuse creativity with the ability to make a realistic drawing or to make a good painting. And those two are not the same thing. Making a drawing is a skill, and yes, it is a creative skill, but it's only one of many. And it takes a lot of practice to be able to make a realistic drawing, and some people find it a bit easier than others. Some people need to practice longer. Like everyone has different sort of skill levels to start with, but it's only one of the ways to be creative. And creativity is so much more than being able to make a drawing. I believe creativity is the energy that drives us, the reason behind why we do things and the drive that we feel to make things. It doesn't matter if it's cooking, dancing, music, but the drive that makes us create things. I believe that is what creativity is. And it is what makes us human. We have found creative objects from all ages. As from the moment we know that there's the first humans on Earth, we have found artworks or decorated objects. So we've been creative throughout all times, and yep, you are too. Even if you don't believe you are creative, I think you're one. You definitely are. And creativity is also a skill. Not to confuse with the skill of making a drawing, but it's a skill that you can practice. And the more time you spend being creative, writing in a journal, dancing, painting, making things, the more time you spend doing this, the easier it gets. And the easier it is to tap into that creative energy. Because that energy is always there, but sometimes we're a bit disconnected from it and we cannot find it. And the more time we spend doing creative activities, making things, the easier it is to find that creative energy within ourselves and to tap into it and to start creating things. And the more you use it, the more you will find it. I do find that a really interesting concept. Creativity is not something you can use up. The more time you spend being creative, the more creativity you will have, or the more creative energy you will find within yourself. And I think, especially in a time when so many things are being done for us, there's all these fantastic TV shows and films that are created by others that we can just sit down and watch and take to us. But we don't have to be creative ourselves whilst we are watching these shows. And I think spending some time doing something that comes from yourself and not made by others is absolutely wonderful. It's relaxing, it is sort of encouraging, it gives you motivation and confidence, and I would really recommend anyone to pick some activities and just try them out. The Like for example, I find singing very hard. Singing would not be my creative activity of choice. Painting is something that comes to me much more natural. And maybe for you it's the other way around. I would really encourage everyone just to try lots of different creative activities, and you will find something that suits you and that will prove to you that you are a creative being. It just takes a little bit of time to figure it out and to try different things before you dismiss them. And also, sometimes it can change throughout different periods in your life. Maybe you don't like painting now, but it doesn't mean you'll never like painting. It's quite possible that you'll pick up a brush when you're 50 or 60 or 80 years old and suddenly love it and realize that this is something that you can do because you're in a different stage of your life, thinking about different things, working on different things. So this is my little ramble about creativity. I'm a huge believer in creativity, and I would love to shout it from the roofs and tell everyone that they are creative. I recently got myself a standing desk, and it means that whilst I make this painting I can stand up, move a little bit, and my posture is a little bit different from when I'm sitting down and drawing. The best way is to use an easel, so you can actually look straight ahead of you whilst you're painting, and that's going to be my next addition. I need to just find a great way of filming it whilst I'm standing up. I don't like sitting down all day. That's the one downside of being an illustrator, is the fact that we sit down at our desk a lot. I try to go out and about, paint outside, paint standing up, finding different ways of doing things that feel a bit more natural to my body. I am adding the figure to the painting and also a shadow. Adding a shadow grounds things. It makes a big difference to the look of an artwork. So it's very important, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget about it. I'm almost finished with the painting part of the artwork, and this gouache dries really fast, which is lovely. I can just carry on drawing almost immediately. I'm just adding a color to the sky. I was really in two minds if I should make the sky blue or a more fantastical color. I decided to stick with blue for today. Maybe in the future I will make some paintings with pink, orange, green, like violet skies. But today I'm just stuck with blue. I wanted it to feel like a summery, bright day. When you use gouache, you can always mix in white gouache with a color, and it makes your paint a bit more chalky, a bit more opaque, and you can paint over things a little bit easier that way. I think I'm finished with painting. I just need to let the sun dry a little bit, and then I'm going to add some color pencil, I think. I'm pretty happy with the color scheme. I've not actually used the red in the end. I don't really feel like I needed it. And I've also used a very limited amount of green. Most of it was this teal or blue color. I really enjoyed it, so I'm going to finish it with color pencil. There we go. My painting is finished. I am very happy with it. It really reflects how I felt or how I feel about this place. I know the colors are not the realistic colors of the photo, but for me this reflects much more the vibe that I wanted to paint. And yeah, I hope you like it. I will make art prints of this painting, maybe postcards. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to scan it in and see if I want to make it into something. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. There's many more sketchbook videos on my channel that you can watch. So make sure you check them out. And yeah, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you find some time to get creative yourself as well. See you soon. Bye.